Good morning, everyone. I'm going to brief you about a wild night last night in Poinciana.
Howdy, y'all. Unky T here. Now, yesterday, I got a lot of comments from a lot of nice folk thanking me for doing my work here and all that, and I appreciate that from every one of y'all. I do. I love to hear from you, whether you're for me or against me. I just love to hear from you, and it makes my day. And a fella named James, he contacted me, and he thought I should try doing a little more commentary on these videos. Well, you know what? I don't know. I just thought I'd give it a shot and see what y'all think. I don't know why you'd care what my 2 cents worth was meaning to anybody, but if y'all wanna, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. But I'll give it a shot because, only a coward won't try new things. So I'm gonna try it, and y'all let me know what you think. And you agree, you disagree, you like it, you hate it. I love to hear either way. Please comment, please like, please share these videos generously. I'd appreciate all that. And here we go. Have at her.
Because the stories we're giving you are the initial information we received, and we can't verify all of its validity at this early hour. But this person here is Rudy Arenas. Rudy Arenas is also known as Shorty. Sometime around 7:20 last night, Rudy called our victim, Orlando Rivera, and said, "Hey, I've got something to show you." So they met in front of 527 Finch Lane in Poinciana in the roadway. And at that time, Rudy pulled out a wad of cash and started counting it. Orlando says, "Hey, I got food in the car for the kids. I don't have time for this." To which Rudy said, "You don't have time to watch me count my money?" And he immediately pulled a gun and started shooting. He shot Orlando 4 times. Orlando's deceased. One of those gunshots was to the head. He shot Brenda, who is Orlando's wife, 7 times. She is currently in a local hospital in stable condition. Brenda calls, among others, 911 and says, "Shorty shot us." Of course, our deputies arrived within just a couple of minutes. We pulled Orlando from his 2020 Nissan and tried life-saving efforts until the arrival of EMS, to no avail. Immediately, we started looking for our shooter, who was Rudy Arenas. Rudy had fled the scene in his daughter's vehicle. He called his daughter, and they met. The daughter also called the Osceola Sheriff's Office. Now, in this particular area, if you're not familiar with Central Florida, literally one side of the street is Osceola County, the other side of the street is Polk County.
Yeah, it looks like the Shorty fella picked the wrong side of the street, didn't he?
So the daughter of the shooter says, "Hey, I've got the person that you need, that you want to see." We were notified by the Osceola Sheriff's Office. We did a felony stop in front of this house over my right shoulder. When we did that, Rudy ran into the house. When Rudy ran into the house, our deputies tried to take him into custody. He locked himself in the bathroom. We immediately called our SWAT team. Now it's about 10:25, 10:30 at night. The SWAT team arrives and we began to negotiate. Rudy is talking out of his head. He says he's on drugs, and he talks about fentanyl, and others have told us he was on a binge. By the way, this is that low-level, nonviolent drug that the Florida Senate thinks we don't put people in jail long enough for, or that we're or they think we put them in jail too long, and they want to reduce the sentence for that.
You know, only a terminally liberal person could think that these people don't need to be taken out of society forever.
Yeah, this is all started about low-level, nonviolent drugs, quote unquote, that the Florida Senate thinks we lock too many people up for. Wait till you hear the rest of this story.
I just want to pop in here for a second to interject some thoughts that I'm having. When I watch this kind of stuff, it just frustrates the living get out of me, because there's no reason that these sick people should be in society. I mean, come on, how many chances do you have to have in order to be taken out of this society of decent, common people? Now, I think you all have two schools of thought on the judicial system in this country, where, you know, half the people think, oh, we got to treat them like babies and you know, change them back to, you know, no, you don't. You get so many chances, and it's you just forfeit, I believe. This is my thought. I don't know how y'all think, but if you want to share your thoughts, I'm always glad to hear them. You can crap on me, you can agree with me, but you know, that's what free speech is. So y'all are welcome to speak freely as much as you want on this channel. Don't matter to me. I would love to hear from you. Anyways, let's get back to see the lovely young fella Shorty here.
Story. So we negotiate throughout the night with Rudy. He points the gun to his head. He talks about killing himself. He points the gun and tells us, if you come in here, I'm going to kill you. He allegedly tells his daughter he's going to shoot himself, even before we come into the picture with the SWAT team.
I think you all know the moral of this story. That would have saved everybody a lot of time.
Our negotiators negotiate with him. He said, well, if you give me a cigarette, I'll come out. So we have the robot deliver him a cigarette. He doesn't come out.
Oh, that's shocking.
So we talk to him some more. He comes into the hallway like he's going to come out of the residence, and he doesn't have a gun in his hand at that time. So we position ourselves to take him into custody. We now have a warrant for him for first-degree murder, an attempted murder, and he runs back into the bathroom again. Then he comes back out of the bathroom with the gun in his pocket and his hand in his pocket. Our SWAT team members shoot him several times, maybe as many as 3, with bean bags.
Bean bags? Really? Sure you didn't want to just give him a teddy and a cookie and send her to bed? I just don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
The bean bags knock him down. As he goes down, he drops the gun. Then we see he is in the living room, or in a room at this time. We're on the outside of the house, so we can't get to him. He immediately goes down, he picks the gun up, and he points it at the SWAT team. That was his last bad choice. When he picks the gun up and he's coming up in order to point it at the SWAT team, 3 of our SWAT team members shot him. A lot. And he's deceased.
Apparently the inevitable result of this confrontation.
Let me tell you a little bit about this fella. You'll find it interesting.
Yeah, y'all may find it interesting, but I'm sure as hell sure you're not going to find it surprising.
In the state of Florida, we have a very forgiving criminal justice system. We know that. Less than 4 of every 100 people that interact with us ever go to prison.
Now that fact right there alone would be enough to make me say I would never be a police officer. There is no way in hell that I will put my life on the line every day just to have these pieces of dirt go back out in the street in short order to do what they keep on doing. I give all you police officers all the credit in the world for what y'all do. And that's why good folk back the blue.
But listen to Rudy. He has 16 out-of-state felony and misdemeanor charges, mostly in Rhode Island. They are things like drugs, more drugs, and he has 2 Florida arrests. He's got a total of 18 arrests. This guy's got a total of 18 arrests.
All right, now listen. Wouldn't the first 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 be a little bit of a red flag that this person can't get along in society? I mean, Lord help us. What do they got to do to be taken out of society? I don't understand. If anyone has an answer, I would love to hear what that answer is. Please leave a comment, because I haven't a clue how this happens all the time.
Cocaine, cannabis, delivery of drugs, domestic violence cases. Rudy has been out of control. In addition to that, our victim, Orlando Rivera, in 2010 was arrested for robbery with a firearm, murder, and a litany of other criminal charges.
Well, at least Shorty performed a public service as his last act on God's earth.
He pled guilty. Our victim pled guilty and received 5.8 years in the Florida prison system. Now you're going to have.
Well, isn't that nice? 5.5 years for murdering a person and armed robbery, not to mention all the other drug crap that he probably had on him. Like this boggles the mind how these people are on the streets. Just boggles the mind. And it's all due to these liberal piece of crap freaking DAs and all these bleeding heart people who think you can, you know, make these people see the way. Well, some can, but you got to know a vast majority cannot be saved. I mean, all you got to do is imagine that that person that was murdered was someone you love. How would you react that somebody only forfeited a minor portion of his life for taking the rest of your loved one's life? Like, that is not a good deal at all.
Now you're going to have to talk to the Orange County prosecutor about what kind of negotiated plea this was, because the murder charge was ultimately null prost. He pled to robbery with a firearm or other dangerous weapon. He pled to burglaries, assaults, drugs, contrabands, you know, those things the Florida Senate want to call low-level nonviolent crimes. And he only got 5.8 years for what sounds like, at least on its face, life felonies. Our victim's been to the state prison at that one time for 5.8 years, despite a lot of arrests. But I suggest to you, had our forgiving criminal justice system in Rhode Island and Florida not been as forgiving as it already is, these guys had been in prison where it appears they should have been. They would have both been alive today. And they're both dead. So at the end of the day, this is a peaceful, quiet, wonderful Poinciana community that erupted in violence last night by these quote-unquote low-level, nonviolent criminal offenders. Are there any other questions?
Nah, I mean, this liberal judiciary system putting these people out on the streets, it's just like you have to walk through a jungle every day, and every tree could be hiding a lion or a tiger or a bear that's going to jump out and devour you. It's just like, take your chances. They don't give a good goddamn. Anyways, there's my one and probably only experiment with making commentary during these videos. I wish y'all would just leave a comment and let me know what you think. I don't know if it makes any difference, me yammering or not. If you just want me to shut the hell up, or if you want to hear more, you know what? Just let me know, because, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I can't give y'all what you want if you don't let me know what y'all want. So on that note, I will say, you have a blessed day. Take care of yourself. You take care of each other. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.